You know, what you looking at, brother? I can step on a brother's shoe by accident and say, yo, I apologize, King. That brother's ready to take me out. That's the hatred that we have, but that's the curse on our people. Read on.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
We treat our women like objects. It's all about sex, drugs, and violence, right? We treat our women, we leave them in the house, and we just treat them terrible as men, as leaders of our community. Read on.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
You caught that, King? Read that again, brother. Read that over.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
That's the main thing on our blacks. We leave our children. We know. You can ask anybody. We know. You got a daddy? No, I ain't got no daddy, brother. Where your father at, man? Well, he lived across town. When the last time you seen him? I don't know, man. We just leave our children. That's a curse on our people, right? And then these other nations laugh at us when they come up with certain laws that says we're going to give these black women welfare and things of that nature. Government assistance, but what happens? They take the black man out the house. That was trickery. That was Esau's trickery.
One of their main tools.
Main tools, because if you take the man out the house, then the house is broke down, right? That's right, King. Now check this out. Let's read another curse, right? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 56. Matter of fact, give me 64.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
So we a scattered nation. We all over the place. We don't know if we going left or right, up or down, and that's the condition that they wanted us in. I just read that to you in Jeremiah chapters 17 and 14. We will be discontinued as a heritage, right? Read on.
The Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even until the other.
So we all over the place. Don't know who we are, confused as a people, right? And so we got to come up out of that. Let me give you another curse. This is one of the major curses as well. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 16.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 16.
I'm glad you listened, King. Read on.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Cursed shall thou be in the city. Do we own any of this out here? Our people? We built this stuff, but do we own any of it, right? Read on.
Cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Cursed shall thou be in the field. Who picked cotton in these fields? Day, sun up, the sun down. That's our people. It said what, brother?
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
And cursed shall thou be in the field. That's a curse on our people. You know what I mean? So we gotta be careful of those type curses, right? Because that's a major curse. Read on, King. I said on that.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
You see that? We don't own anything. We gotta go to Ishmael for everything. And he sells it right in our community. He sells cigarettes, Lucy's, everything in our community. They take that same money and go back into their community, and it circulates 10 times over before it leaves out their community. But our community, we don't have anything. We are the biggest consumers, but we don't spend money with our own people. We don't spend in those stores that's black owned, right? We don't spend at that restaurant that's black owned. It might cost an extra $1 or $2, but you spend there because that's your people, right? It's like the Chinese man. He sells Chinese food in your neighborhood, in your city, right? And you say, oh man, Chinese food good. You never really see the Chinese man, Moab, which is his biblical nationality, you never really see him eat that food. Now you say, man, he's selling this food in our community. How about we go to China and open up a restaurant and we sell them the same thing they selling? You think they're gonna buy that fruit from us in China? They not gonna buy that fruit from us. Shalom, King. Y'all kings and queens. Right? Hold on, King. Let me get you a flyer real quick, King. Yo. So my point, you know, we cursed in the city. You go to the Chinese mess in China, and you go and you sell some food in his community. He's never gonna buy it from you. They'll never buy it from you because they know that they only spend with their people. So that's the curse on our people. Again, curse shall we be in the cities, and curse shall we be in the fields. We was the ones in the fields picking that cotton, right? And now all of a sudden they want us to forget about it, push it under the rug, and let's love everybody. We're not kumbayaing together. We're not gonna do that, right? So that's definitely a curse on our people. So we were sold into our enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, right? And nobody shall buy you. And it's just a sad situation when you look at that. To my blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, it's time to wake up. Come out of this wicked kingdom, right? Because Babylon is falling. Give me Revelations 18:2.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
And he cried mightily with a sure voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen.
This wicked kingdom is almost over. Read on.
Babylon the Great is fallen. It's fallen and has become the habitation of devils.
The habitation of devils. These people are wicked. Give me Job 9:24. These people in this kingdom are wicked as hell. The rulership is wicked, and they're really trying to teach our people to fall and follow their customs, right? That's where you get that word Gentile from, you know, because we was following under other customs. When Paul was preaching in Rome to the church, to Corinthians, he was letting them know, you know, y'all got to come up out of these wicked customs because you're going to be destroyed right along with your adversary. You got Job 9:4. Give me that, King.
The book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24.
Bring it out.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
You see that? The earth is given into the hands of the wicked right now. So who run the world right now? This is in the Bible, King. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Read that again.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So you got to know who you're dealing with, right? You can't trust your enemy because he runs the earth right now. That's your enemy, right? The Bible tells you that in Proverbs, right? Never trust thy enemy, was like iron is sure to rust, so shall his wickedness show, right? I'm paraphrasing, but it's close enough that you get understanding, right? You finished on that? Finish that out, King.
He covereth the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
If Esau ain't the enemy, then where is he? Right? That's what I want to see. The people that's been oppressing my ancestors, my foremothers and forefathers, all these years, and you gonna tell me that's not the enemy? What it say on the end of that? Read that again.
He covereth the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
You can drop the mic on that, really, because we definitely can identify the enemy, right? So now what we got to do, what must our people do in order to get salvation? Give me Matthew 24:13, King. You know, because you want to get out of this wicked kingdom. This place is set up for wickedness, you know, and if you fall into that trap, if you fleshly, if you earthly, you're going to fall right along with him. You got to get your spirit in tune with the Most High. Read on, King.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 13.
Bring that out.
But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
So if you love the Most High, you got to endure in this word and these statutes, laws, and commandments that he gave us, right? And it's simple. You must endure. You can't do this thing one day and say you're not going to do it tomorrow. You gotta feed your spirit daily. You know what I mean? Because who runs the world? The wicked. And every time you leave your house, you're going to run into some wickedness, right? But if you got that armor of God on, then you're going to be able to fight against those principalities. Drop that. Give me Ephesians 6 and 10, King. You know, you're going to be able to fight against that wickedness that's around you. And it's around you all the time. All the time. You can't get away from it. You wake up, you look at your phone, it's a wicked text message from your boss. I need you to come in 2 hours early. Why am I working? Why must I work? I'm a God, right? So give me that, King.
It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord
Be strong in the Lord. Read on.
and in the power of his might.
The power of his might is these laws, statutes, and commandments. If you following those to the best of your ability, you're going to have that might. You're going to have that power of God, that hedge of protection that surrounds you. Read on.
Put on the whole armor of God.
Now just put on your just put on the bucket, put on your hat.
Put on the whole armor of God.
Just tie your boots up tight and say, you know what? I'm going to go out and I'm going to battle this world and this wicked kingdom and these wicked nations.
Put on the whole armor of God,
Read on.
that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
You hear that? So that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. You can't make this up. This so-called Caesar Borgia walking up. You know. Read on. You know who that is, right? You know Jesus Christ ain't a white man, right? Let's stop right there. If you got an ear, listen to this. Drop that. Give me Revelations 1 and 14. Hold on, Esau, because I can see right now you're going to be a good servant because you gave me time to listen. 1 second. Listen to this, though.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14.
It's the description of Christ. Come on.
His head and his hands were white like wool.
You see that brother right there? That's woolly texture, right? Am I right? Read on.
As white as snow.
White as snow. Come on.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Right? Because Jesus was 33, doing all type of stuff for his people, right? He was a man of wine. Hold on, Esau. He was a man of wine, right? So he drank wine because he was doing a whole lot. Read on.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
We know brass is a derivative of brown. Am I correct? All right. Read on.
As if they burned in a furnace.
So anything that you burn in the furnace, it's going to be dark skinned. So Esau, Yahweh was he dark skinned man? Did the Bible give him that description? You know what? You seem like you an honest person, right? Do you feel bad for what your people done to my people?
I'm grateful for forgiveness.
You believe in forgiveness? Would you do a ceremonial act to show your forgiveness for what your people done to my people? Now, we don't do no hug. Check this out. Listen to this. Give me Isaiah 49:23 real quick. Just listen to this, Esau. And humble yourself down when you hear this, all right? 1 second. Check this out.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 49 and verse 23.
Read on.
And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth.
So you willing to bow down with your face toward the earth to show what your people done to my people? Now, Esau, come on, you got to get on your knees. You're being powerful right now. What did it say? Read that again.
And they shall bow down with their knees toward the face of the earth.
Don't be powerful, Esau. You gonna bow down? I'll accept that right there. You get 999 lashes. Good. Bring that out. Okay, finish that up.
They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet.
And lick up the dust of thy feet, right? See, Esau was a little powerful. When he heard that, bow down, the wicked flee where no man shall pursue it, right? He said, I just can't do that. That's too much. That's too much on these, that's the mighty men over there, but, you know, hey, I can't, those are my people, I can't. But they're going to get theirs, and they're going to get theirs.
He didn't do it.
Of course he didn't. That's pride, right? But destruction comes in the morning. So we ain't going to worry about that. The Lord got something for him. Let's drop that and jump back to Matthew 24 and 13. Because I want my people to know what they got to do in these last days that we in. Right? Here we go.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
So you got to endure in this truth to the end. You got to come out of this wickedness, homosexuality, and you got to come back to the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments, right? Because the Bible tells you in Leviticus 20 and 13, man should not lie with mankind as he lied with the woman. It is an abomination and you will be surely put to death.
That's right.
So wake up. So my people got to understand that we came out of captivity under Pharaoh. Moses led us out of captivity. We was hard-headed, stiff-necked people. And through the Romneys, he brought us back into captivity, right? But that time we came on ships that we read about and what we must do in order to be saved. We must endure. We must repent because the kingdom of God is at hand, right? Give me Matthew's 15:24, King. We must endure to the end. You can't stand around and say you love the Lord, because what is love? Give me John 5 and 3, King. That's a lock, yeah. Drop that. We're going to find out what love is, because a lot of people say, well, I love the Lord. Jesus loves everybody. But let's see what love is, right?
The book of John, chapter 5 and verse 3. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of blind, halt, withered.
Salaki, drop that, King. That was... Yeah, we're going to talk about love, the love of God. What is love? Because that's the main question. You know, everybody say they love God, but do they love God? Right? No. Do they truly love God? What is love?
2 John, chapter 1 and verse 6. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
That we walk after his commandments, right? You got to seek those commandments and you got to be a doer. You can't just say, I listen to the word. You got to be a doer of this thing, right? That's it on that, King?
And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. And this is the commandment, that ye have heard from the beginning. Ye shall walk in it.
You see that? You got to walk in those commandments day in and day out. You got to be diligent follower of the Most High, because he loves us. He didn't have to. He chose to. We didn't choose him. He chose us, right? So we got to be careful how we moving in these last days, because we're dealing with a lot of wickedness, a lot of abomination, and it's going to be a lot of famine that's going to come into America. And if you caught along with it, then you out of here. You know, 2/3 going to be destroyed. For what? For lack of knowledge, right? Give me Hosea 4:6, King. Let's prove that. Let's prove that.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
My people, they destroyed. That's that 2/3. That's that remnant that's not following these commandments. That's the 2/3. If anybody was confused, that's who the 2/3 was, especially the Lord's chosen people, the blacks, Hispanics, the Native Americans of Indian Negro descent. That's the 2/3 he's talking about. The ones that's doing this wicked, abominable acts, and they're not following these commandments, right? And you'll see in these last days. Give me Matthew's 10 and 34, King.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 34.
Because they're gonna tell you that Jesus is love. He's coming back with love. But what did the Bible say? Read on.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
So he didn't come to send peace on earth. Read on.
I came not to send peace, but a sword.
He coming back with a mighty sword.
That's right.
For you heathens, and for you people that just not following his commandments, or just think that I'm gonna do what I want to do. You know what I mean? Not what the Most High say do. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Read that again, King.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 34.
Bring it out.
Think not that I have come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
But a sword. You don't want to get caught up under that sword. That is not what you want. Best thing I can tell you to do, give me Romans 13 and 11. Right? Because when he come back, he's not coming back with a smiley face. He's not coming back to shake your hand and say, well done. You did good. You just stood around and did nothing. You talk about the word, but you wasn't doers. Read on.
A book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11.
This is what you got to do as well.
And that knowing the time, that now it is high time
High time.
to awake out of sleep.
You got to do what?
Awake out of sleep.
2022, my people still twerking, carrying guns, shooting their own brothers down in the street. But when you hear this word, because this brother's on corners that's preaching this good gospel, and you still what? Sleep. Read on.
It is now high time to wake out of your sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
And I just explained to you what salvation was. The word salvation, it means to be preserved, to be saved, to be delivered.
That's right.
Right? And the only way you're going to be saved and preserved and delivered is keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, right? Because this is a book of laws. It's not a book of just reading it. This isn't the book of John 3:16. This is the book of laws. Drop that. Give me Joshua 1 and 8. Let's prove that. This book is a book of laws. This is not a book that you just, I'm going to read John 3:16 that says, you know, God so loved the world that if anybody, you know, leans on him, you can be saved. I'm paraphrasing. We know the scripture, but that's not what it is. It's a book of laws. Read that, King.
The book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 8. This book of the law.
Book of what?
This book of the law.
Read on.
Shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
So when we talk about endurance, that's what that word meditating is. You got to meditate, you got to endure, you got to strive, right? That's Luke 24 and 13. Give me that, King. You got to strive to be one of the great servants of the Most High. You know, you want to be a queen and a princess to the Most High when he returns, right? So our sisters and our brothers, they got to continue to strive and endure. Read that, King. Luke.
The book of Luke, chapter 24 and verse 13.
Bring it up.
And behold, two of them went that same day to a village called Emmaus, which was from Jerusalem about 60 furlongs.
Salaki, give me 24:13. Give me 13:24. Salaki. Yeah, we must strive. We got to endure to the end, right? Read that.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 13 and verse 24. Strive to enter in at the straight gate.
That gate gonna be a straight gate. It's not gonna be a weaving gate. It's not gonna be as wide as this street right here. It's gonna be a straight gate. Read on.
Strive to enter in at the straight gate. For many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able.
You will not be able to enter in if you're not following these laws, statutes, and commandments. I don't care how cute you are. I don't care if you got the flyest colors on. The biggest dog. Watch your dog, Esau. Right? That's not going to get you into the kingdom. You got to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, which are not grievous. Thus say the Lord. Right? Because if you don't, you're going to be destroyed. Right along with your enemy. Right? So I'm just letting my people know they got to wake up. And it's on you. I can't do it for you. Give me Philippians 2 and 12. I can't do it for you. Because I'm out here preaching this, bringing this gospel out. It's not going to get you into the kingdom. I'm not even guaranteed. Right? The Lord has no respect to person. I can know many precepts and scriptures, but if I'm not a doer of his word, then it's null and void. Right? Read on, King.
It's the book of Philippians, chapter 2 and verse 12.
Listen to this.
Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence.
So he's speaking about faith in that paraphrase right there. Read that again, King.
Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence.
Right.
Work out your own salvation.
So you got to work out your own salvation. Don't wait for the brothers and the sisters to tell you, hey, the Most High is coming. Did you read that? Did you read that scripture? Did you read that precept? And you didn't read it. Hey, you got to work out your own salvation, right? I can tell my rib all day long, hey, look, I need you need to open up that Bible and read it. But that's on her if she gonna read it or not, right? Give me Revelations 1 and 3 real quick. Listen to what this say right here.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Bring that out.
Blessed is he that readeth.
Blessed is he that readeth, right? Man, you gotta read, man. You gotta take the time out yourself and read and be a doer.
That's right.
And we only out here to tell my people that they need to wake up. Give me Isaiah, give me Psalms 58 and 1, right? We out here for my people. Read that, King.
The book of Psalms, chapter 58 and verse 1. Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yea, in heart ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth.
You see that? You walking around with violence on the earth. You know, you're not even paying attention to what the Most High got in store for you. Give me that cry loud. Give me that, what is it, Isaiah 58 and 1? Is that what that is? Because I'm out here for my people, right? It's time to wake up out of this wickedness. This thing is almost over. Putin dropping these bombs. He got Satan 1 and Satan 2, right? When you read Revelations 11, I believe 14, it says the Third World War, right? That's the Third World War. That's that bomb he's setting up. And it's ready. It's ready to go. So I'm out here screaming at my people. Read on.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 1.
Listen to what this say.
Cry aloud, spare not.
Cry aloud and spare not.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Lift your voice like a trumpet, because the Most High voice was like many waters. A loud trumpet. Read on.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Right.
And show my people.
And show who?
My people.
Everybody.
My people.
Read on.
Their transgressions.
So I got to show you your transgressions, right? That's why I'm out here. You know what I mean? I could be doing a whole lot of things. But if you followed these holy holidays, like the Shabbat, I'd be at the house right now chilling with my rib, reading, you know, reading this Bible, meditating in these laws, statutes, and commandments, which are not grievous. So I'm out here just speaking to my people that it's time to wake up out of sleep. And I'm going to close it out with, give me Sirach 12 and 13.
The book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 13.
Bring that out.
Who will pity a charmer?
Salaki, 13 and 12, King.
It's the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 13.
Bring that out.
Observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in peril.
Hold on, King. Give me that out of the Bible. Salaki. King James. Give me that Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
This is the conclusion of the whole matter.
Fear God.
Fear God.
And keep his commandments.
Right.
For this is the whole duty of man.
That's the whole duty of man. That's why we were created. To keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, which are not grievous. Love the Lord and your brother with all thy heart. And definitely show love to your nation. And then to all these other nations. And with that, I want to say shalom.
Shalom.
And we're going to definitely listen to the next mighty, powerful speaker. Got the floor, King.
Brother, we see you over there listening. We just got you a flyer. We are the Hebrew Israelites.
I'm down here every Saturday.
Every side. So you know you're a Hebrew then.
I'm listening to all the Hebrew Israelites.
That's right. That's right. So what tribe would you be from, if you don't mind me asking? You know what tribe?
I'm Negro. I'm Judah.
So you from the tribe of Judah.
I was born right there in the corner.
That's right. That's right.
I'm 66.
The elders over here listening.
Right.
We appreciate you listening, elder, and we glad that you know you're a Hebrew Israelite. And you come
I
from...
didn't know until I was listening to the Hebrew Israelites.
Well, that's a good thing that you took time to stop and listen.
Yeah.
Right? Because just like he said, that's what the Most High said we would do. Those that would come back to the marriage would sit and listen and give an ear. Christ said, those that have an ear, let them hear. So you're sitting and you're listening. You come out every Saturday to listen. So I'm going to go over a couple of laws with you, being that we from the same tribe. I'm from Judah too.
God, likewise.
Right? My brother Tony, he's from Judah. So we got to make sure that we bid you back to the marriage properly. Now you got your beard growing already, but we're going to jump into that and see why it's up to us as Hebrew Israelites to follow these laws, to grow our beards, and we're going to go through a couple more laws with you, if you don't mind. All right, my brother. Let me get Leviticus chapter 19, verse 27. I'm gonna ask you to go around the camera, but you walk right through Esau like you own the country. It's all right. It's all right. Soon it'll be ours.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, and verse 27.
Bring it out.
Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou make the corners of thy beard.
That's right. So what the Most High is saying, he wants us to look mighty in the spirit, right? So you see other nations, such as, let's say, Muslims, Ishmael, they dress a certain way. They keep their hair a certain way. So the Most High said he don't want us to round off the corner of our beards. He wanted looking mighty and strong like yours.
Good.
Right? He wants you to keep that beard. Let it grow out.
But that's why I drew it. They told me.
That's right.
God.
And you learn it and you keeping the laws. Keeping those laws is what's going to get you saved.
I had a clean face all my life until I listened to the Hebrew Israelites.
All praise to the Most High. The Most High God came back into your heart and gave you a chance to understand his word and his scripture. So on your heart now you got written to let that beard grow. It's looking mighty, brother.
Good.
Looking like Christ's beard as they brought out. Go ahead and give me Revelation chapter 1 and what is it, 13, 14?
God.
So we're going to show you your beard just look just like Christ's beard.
That's right.
Not like that Edomite we just sent out and sent away from here bound. Right? So again, it says in Leviticus to grow out your beard. And you doing that, so you're keeping the laws. So I'm going to go through a couple more with you after we show you that Christ got a beard just like yours. Go ahead, bring it out.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hair were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
See, Christ's eyes was as a flame of fire because he drank wine. He was a wine drinker, right? So you sitting there with the beard coming out, you looking mighty and strong in the spirit. You got hair just like wool. They can't carry. See his hair right here? He don't got a woolly beard. He got a straight, nasty beard. His hair is dead. Yes, Edomite, I'm talking to you. His hair is dead. It don't grow out. Our hair, if you look at a tree, it almost grow like a tree. When the tree leaves come out, it grow out, it grow up because it's alive. So the Most High wants you to be alive in the spirit. Keep that beard growing. Keep following that law. And it's mighty in the spirit that you came out here to listen to the brothers and you started keeping the laws. And you come out and you sit and you listen. That's mighty right there, elder.
Bring my own chair.
That's right, King.
And bring your own chair. I heard that. That's mighty, elder.
Come.
Let's get another one that's going to be a good one for you to keep. Let's go into Leviticus 11 and 9.
Come.
We're going to tell you about some food to eat, just to make sure you're eating the right food. The commercials and the TV shows, they tell you to eat bacon. They want you to go to Red Lobster, eat shrimp. None of that stuff. None of that should go into your body. It's all an abomination. So bring it out. The book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 9.
Let's start at 7.
Verse 7.
And the swine, though he divided the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
So the swine is unclean to you, elder. So you want to make sure you don't eat none of that pork. No matter what they try to do, keep that pork out your life. You do that, and the Most High will bless you. He'll make you stronger. All right? Read on.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcasses shall ye not touch.
The Most High God is so serious with it, he said he don't even want us to touch a pig. That's how dirty and disgusting a pig is, right? Read on.
They are unclean to you. These shall ye of all the that are in the waters, whatsoever has fins and scales.
So the Most High is teaching us now what's right to eat, what's good for our health, what's good to build us up and build us up strong and mighty. So of course pork is off the list, right? Now he's going to tell us what we can eat that comes out of the sea and bring it back to the scales.
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever has fins and scales, in the waters and the seas and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
So he's telling us, look, you want to go fishing at the lake, catch you some trout, catch you some bass, catch you some porgies, scale them things up and put them on the grill and roast them.
Right.
Right? But then there's some things he's going to tell us not to eat. Just like if you got children or nieces or nephews, you're going to say, hey, don't eat too much candy now, because it's going to do something bad to you. Right? So that's what the Most High is doing right here. He's telling us what's good to eat and what's not good to eat. And when we follow what he says, he's going to bless us for it.
Only thing that has fins and scales.
Fins and scales. So only things with fins. So don't eat a turtle. You go places, they be frying up turtle, crocodile. They want you to eat fried crocodile and say it tastes just like chicken. They're lying to us.
God.
They've been lying to us.
God.
Right? It's tons of things that come out the water. Sea moss, different things like that. Those things is dead. We don't want none of that in our system. Right? They try and force us to eat those type of things and tell us that those type of things are good for our body, but they're not. Scallions. You go to a restaurant, they try and charge you $20, $30 for lobsters with scallions, shrimp, and then you wasted all your money you went hard and worked for all week just so you can eat an abomination.
Right.
No. And that's how they trick us black folk. That's how they trick us Israelites into thinking we black. We're not black, we Israelites. From the tribe of Judah.
God.
Read on.
And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
Shall be a what?
An abomination unto you.
A what?
An abomination unto you.
See, the Most High said those things is an abomination unto us. Meaning so many of our people been eating them things for so long, then they get cancer, then they get high blood pressure, high cholesterol, they get fat, can't lose the fat, can't burn the fat off. Why? Because they got the fat of a pig sitting inside of them for eating bacon every day. And I was one of the worst. I'll sit here and admit my sin, because I know, thank God, through his grace, he forgives me and gives me a chance to come back to his laws, statutes, and commandments.
You didn't know.
We didn't know.
Yeah.
In our ignorance. It says God winks at our ignorance. Right? But now that we know, we got to keep the law. Once you becoming in the know and you get in the know, that's when you got to make sure you hold to it. And it's nothing not to eat the pork. They got plenty of good meats out there. Plenty of good fish out there. Right? And that's the type of things that the Most High wants us to eat. Let's go into one more. So we got the bed down. You good on that. Judah is in the house. You got the food that's an abomination, and we ain't gonna eat no more of that. We gonna eat what the Lord said to eat. All right? Now let me give you one more, because it's the only one. I don't know how we gonna help you, but if I gotta give you the shirt off my back, I'm gonna do that, all right? So let's go on and let's get them. Numbers chapter 15, verse 38 and 39.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
So hold on. So you see what we wearing? You see what our wives got on?
Y'all know about the fringes.
Right, so we got the free. You kind of got some on the shorts, but we gonna let it slide right now, Judah.
I ain't got none.
You ain't got nothing? Then I'm gonna see if I can get you a shirt then. I might have an extra shirt in the car just to get you some fringes, brother.
Fine.
You understand? Because what the Most High wants us to do is he wants us to separate ourselves. And some of the ways that we do that, growing our beard, keeping a certain foods in our body, and getting away from the abominations, and then putting these fringes on. We're not wearing the fringes for a fashion statement. We're not wearing the fringes so that we the freshest guys out here. We wearing the fringes because the Most High told Moses to tell us to wear fringes. Now, how long did he say to do that? Let's see.
Borders of Salaki, speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
So the Lord said to do this throughout our generations, right? So my children's children is going to learn to wear fringes with the Most High will,
That's right.
right? You were elder to me, but to the Most High, you still his child. So he said at the beginning of that verse, he said, speak unto the children of Israel. So that means you the Most High's child, because you came back to wearing your beard. You put down that nasty pork, put down them nasty shrimp.
That's
Don't
right.
want to eat that no more. No catfish. You even called out some of the unclean things, which is mighty in the spirit.
Right.
Now we got to put the fringes on. Now let's see why he wants us throughout all of our generations, our children's children. He wants to come up dressing with a certain way. Why is that?
Bid them that they make fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
God, Salakia. So,
It's supposed to stop you from sinning.
God, there you go, elder. See, you got it. You putting the puzzle together. That's what the Bible is. The Bible is a puzzle, right? The Bible's a puzzle, right? You got to take a little piece here, take a little piece there, and then put it all together. See, we started off in Leviticus, then we went to Numbers, right? My brother here, he was in Deuteronomy explaining how we even got in this situation, right? So one of the things that we got to understand is that the Most High put us in this situation because we forgot and we neglected. We chose willingly not to follow what he said. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Yeah, mighty king. So you see how they came up, our brothers? And that's our brother from Judah right there too, right? He came up mighty with the fringes. So the Most High want us all walking around with these fringes, all our generations. And why? Because that's going to help us to remember what our ancestors, the ones who came previously before us, they forgot. They got away from wearing the fringes. They got away from the diet that the Most High told us to keep, which was to stay away from pork, stay away from shrimp, stay away from lobster. They got away from it so much. There was a mighty man, a mighty prophet in the Bible named Daniel. He got thrown in the lion's den because he didn't want to eat the king's food, right? Everybody know that story, right? So bring it up. God. House of Israel. House of Israel, Carolina Lions. We the Carolina Lions. With the House of Israel, HOI. What camp you from, Bob? Yahweh's camp? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Elders a box. Elders a box. Yep. Khan, all praise. Mighty Lions on the set. Khan. Yes. Khan, Shalom, King. Godspeed, safe travels. And so the Most High got us doing these things, not just for, filth.